You see, the difference with me is when I do what I do what I'm doing, but I do it like I'm doing it for TV. So, I just want to say a very, very warm Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and I am fully supporting those like you who have no mother. A few years ago, I would have cried about it because it would have hit my sensitive bones or my sensitive, fragile side. But over the years, I've learned that time helps you to deal with the absence of the physicality of the being. You don't ever get over the pain. I do have my days where I do cry, and we have to cry. You have got to cry at the moment when you feel like crying because you miss the ones that you love, right? I had experienced tragedy very tragically, right? My mom got very sick, and in a matter of 6 months she died. So she died in the October of 2008. I stand under correction. Now I choose very carefully and very selectively what I choose to remember. Otherwise, it's going to affect me negatively. So when I say I stand under correction, all I mean is that I chose to forget specifically the years that my family died, right? So my mom died in the October of that year, and the following year in April, my dad died, right? And the year thereafter, my brother died in Feb. It was very, very tragic because it happened in less than a matter of a year. And I do believe that it had to happen that way because it was strengthening me for whatever was in front of me, whatever I had to face that was in front of me. Now, I don't say pain has to be rated in terms of somebody else's pain or my pain was worse than somebody else's pain. I don't think pain can ever be rated in levels of somebody experiencing a higher rate of pain or a higher level of pain. I don't think that's possible. So, but okay, that's not why I'm here. I'm just here to say life goes on. Life goes on. It's painful. We go through these things. But you know what? These things, these tragedies, they are here to strengthen us as human beings. They are here to build our character. They are here so that we can teach our kids how to embrace these. We were never actually taught that death is something that is to be embraced, that death is something that is to be celebrated, right? When we were growing up, we would just watch people cry at funerals, and funerals are always such a big thing. And for me, I learned that you gotta teach yourself how to appreciate the people that you love while they're alive. Like, seriously, you know? So I'm in the process of a divorce, right? And I'm like very, very close to actually being divorced. But there's not a day that goes by that I don't find myself face to face extending my most humble gratitude to the father of my kids, right? And it's I make it sound easy, but when you accept facts like you gotta learn to appreciate people while they're still alive, then it makes things easier. So welcome to the real world and the reality that life will really turn you upside down sometimes. But you know what? Pick up your tragedy. Like Jesus carried his cross. Carry your cross. It's going to strengthen you all the way. Who? So let's celebrate and let's embrace and let's teach our kids how to embrace death. So when death happens, they don't suffer the consequences of the tragedy. They understand that death comes at a time where we don't actually know when it's going to come. We experience death in that sense, right? So let's embrace what we face. Let's accept, let's acknowledge, embrace, and accept the things that have hurt us very badly in life. What doesn't generally kill us, definitely, 100%, makes you stronger. And that's not just a cliche, a quote, something that you read in a motivational quote that says, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. No, it has not yet killed you, because it was there to build your character. It was there to make you a stronger person. It was there so that you can use your struggle in your life to build somebody else's courage, to help somebody else who's experiencing a tragedy, help them go through it with ease. It's there so that you help your kids go through life with ease. It's my belief, it's my opinion. I have experienced life in all sorts of tragedies and pain and turmoil, and I'm still here. I have gone through sicknesses and ailments, failed marriages, failed relationships, fights with siblings, family resentments. I left home. I was 14 years old when I left home. I never ever turned my back and went into a state of regret whereby I hated my decision or whatever the case is. I have never gone back home. I began my life then. I experienced a failed marriage. It was tragic. It was not always sad. We had some good times. We had some strengthening moments. But you know what? It failed. Some things, they just don't work. And you won't force them. You won't force them. I promised myself I'd never get married again. But then, you know what? I had a proposal. I thought about it. It took me 2 weeks to actually consider it. And I accepted the proposal. I got married. It failed. It failed. And I'm not saying that the failure is his fault or the failure had nothing to do with me. The failure had a lot to do with contributing factors. The fact that I had past trauma, the fact that I had insecurities. You just got to take your own insecurities and face them and say, you know what, this is what it is. This is where I'm at in my life. And excuse me. When you actually accept where you are and you accept that you had some sort of contributing factors to all of this, it becomes easier. It becomes a whole lot easier for you to say, you know what, everything had to happen and everything was meant to happen. It is what it is, and this is where I'm at in my life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of your comments. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for checking on me, for not posting for a long time. I appreciate you. Love you loads. Ciao.